Hi everyone, I'm Susan Ffoulkes. I'd like to discuss my interest in the elderly person's experience of writing their autobiography and what benefits or not they might perceive from that. I come to this from a background of having helped my own father to record aspects of his life, a process which we both enjoyed, and also from studying creative writing, which I'm still doing. As human beings, we've been telling our life stories for quite a long time in order to make sense of our lives and our places in the world. We tell our stories and record them in order that our children and grandchildren might understand the lives we led before they were born. Life story or autobiography or life story work, narrative therapy and life review are names that are given to aspects of telling our lives. Various disciplines use life stories in order to collate information about group experiences, for instance historians and sociologists. People in nursing and social work use it for therapy, for helping people to find peace at the end of their life by reviewing their life and resolving conflicts. There are many ways to use life story work. I discovered a gap in the research in terms of life review work or life story work, and that is that there's more work done on what is produced by the person telling their story than there is on the experience of the person generating their life story. One study that tried to address this was a social work research study in Canada, where an elderly group of people with addiction problems attended narrative therapy groups, and they experienced benefit from this, and the researchers identified there needs to be more work done with elderly people in this field. A more relevant research article I found was done in Israel with a group of women in a writing group. They were actually amongst 30 women's writing groups that had been running for 7 years in Israel. And it was research done from a feminist perspective with a qualitative research methodology and phenomenological research. They interviewed the facilitators of the group, and they looked at the facilitators' group notes, and they also had a focus group with the women who attended one group to talk about their coping skills and how they were affected by the group. They identified that there were 3 spaces in attending the group. There was the group space, there was the individual space that opened up by allowing time to be in a writing place, and then there was the space of the page on which they could write. And through using this feminist approach, they discovered that it was the interaction of these 3 spaces that allowed the women to have transformative experiences. They increased their self-esteem, they felt empowered, people reported that they resolved conflicts by writing about it and then reading the writing out. They also were able to validate their emotions by writing about them. They also were allowed to accept that things don't have to be perfect. They could write imperfectly and it was okay. They had lots of positive experiences. I think this kind of study would be useful to do on a group of elderly Australian women in a guided autobiography group. For instance, there would be research generated on the experience of ageing, research generated on the process of writing. The population of Australia is ageing, so there's a lot of people to research and a lot of information to be gained. And it would also contribute to the arts and to creative writing, in particular to the research body there, which is a growing body. Thank you. Please refer to my paper for the references.